It's a top.
All right. What is going on, guys? It's your boy Sam DeathWalk here of the Rated X podcast with the co-founder of the Rated X podcast, Rated Triple R.
Oh, what's up, boys? I think co-founder.
We're both co-founders. I'm changing it up with our co-esteemed host, Severus The Condemned, aka Jake. I'm gonna call him Jake now. He's a Jake boy.
Where'd
Yeah,
you go?
I'm just a boy.
Okay, I was gonna say, damn, bro, we just started this shit.
No, I'm still here.
He just quiet.
He was cringing that I pressed record. Let him cringe.
Yes, I was cringing at the fact you pressed record instead of just...
I haven't did that in a minute too. That's the thing. I haven't did that in a while too. That's why I was like, oh, I got it, and then boom, boom.
I'll be like, you okay, bro? You need a help? You need a hand? Just need something to jerk off to? I don't know, whatever.
No drugs.
Oh, man, there's a lot. Oh, okay, I want to first start off with this. I kind of fucked up last week. I want to apologize to everybody that did watch our podcast last week. If you did, I kind of fucked up. So I made a oopsie. It's not a big one though. I didn't.
What was the oopsie? I don't even know about this.
So basically, I told you before. I told you off stream.
I might have been retardedly high.
You might just not have been paying attention. Like when you didn't touch like the recording button. No,
chill out.
No, but honestly, I kind of fucked up though. I didn't mean to. So I thought when they say commercially viable last week, I thought they meant videos. They weren't talking about videos. They're talking about channels. And I was actually recording my video on my channel, or for my channel, about for the update, all this other stuff. And I was like, hold up, let me go back before I upload this shit. Before I upload this, let me go double check and make sure my sources and all stuff and everything I've been looking up was right. I looked up other articles and shit like that, and it was basically telling me that they're talking about channels, not videos, which is also still dumb. We'll get into that later.
Oh boy.
But yeah, I wanted to mention that real fast, right before we start.
He felt like a dirty boy, so he had to clean himself up.
Yeah.
He had to cleanse himself. He done goofed.
He was like, ugh.
Oh god.
Fake news.
Fake news? Fuck, I hate myself for that. Let me make this formal apology.
He's like, ugh.
Not like Jared's, of course. Jared's
Yeah, Jared's fucking. Dude, you uppercutted his scrotum, bro. Chill the fuck out.
No, he didn't just uppercut his I just mixed scrotum and uppercut at the same.
Really bad apology. Okay, he gave a backhand apology, bro. That shit was horrible.
Okay, he did give a backhand apology, but that motherfucker also went up to like literally messing up the entirety of it. He went full on frontal and just said, "Nope, I'm gonna fuck this up even more," and try to cover my own ass. So,
well, the only reason why is because he doesn't want to ruin his image on fucking social media and shit. Like he had his intentions and stuff like that, but his intentions were proven wrong. So then that way he had to clean it up somehow. So he did a backhand apology. Like for his fans. It was mainly for his fans. It wasn't for like, because he still he's probably still believes it, but he's just apologizing because he doesn't want to ruin his image. That's all it is.
yeah.
Okay,
Which makes sense,
yeah.
but at the same exact time, people have their own opinions. But I don't know.
That's true, and then you have somebody who actually tries to prove themselves and then debunks everything he says. Debunking everything that a YouTuber says is very important, and I wanted to go into saying call-out culture. That's what I wanted to get into first. So, this started back probably within like maybe November or December. Late November, early December is when the Rings of Saturn guitarist, this man was accused of fake guitaring, miming, and all that shit during his live performances. He doesn't know how to do a legato or a pregio. It was all these accusations from Arpeggio. Thank you for the clarification.
Arpeggio.
Arpeggio? Okay.
Arpeggio.
Thank you for clarifying.
I'm the guitarist in the group.
I'm not a guitarist.
Yeah,
My goal in life is to most likely probably make beats music-wise.
Yeah, he's a beat maker. You're a beat maker. That's what it is.
Dude, just wait until I get the proper shit started. You're gonna be hearing that shit. You get to be like, whoa.
Man, some FL Studio, bro, and some mixing shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get equipment for it too. Like when I start, I'm gonna just sit here on my fucking my fucking keyboard and just see what I can do, play with shit, and then actually get packets and shit to implement into my music and shit.
Right.
All right. Go ahead and finish with your thing. Sorry.
It's gonna be a big fucking section I'm going over. So this is like the whole 9 yards. So what we got going on is at the beginning of the video that I was watching for him, he was like looking at this whole entire thing, and Lucas was just like, well, first off, let me explain what I do with my techniques. My strap is on the first fret for cleanliness. It's not a bad thing. It's like the people who are obsessed with the drum triggers. You know that argument about drum triggers and shit like that? And drummers get called out because they're using triggers on their drum cases for double bass pedals.
I mean, it's not really a fucking sport, though, bro. Like, how are people gonna fucking sit there and complain about shit like that? It's not really. I mean, as long as he's not faking it, I feel like it's, fine.
They're not faking it entirely because, they're trying to hit those notes as fast as humanly possible, and some people are inhumanely possible. And it's just like one of those other examples that just comes out and just like says, oh, let me just gain this for my own clout, or say, hey, let me just do this to just prove this person wrong. But gladly enough, there was a sound engineer, Alex Kendrick. Let me explain this guy. Alex Kendrick is a sound engineer for Rings of Saturn for every live performance. And here's his verification for his small set. Basically what happened is, for all the things that they use for sound-wise, they don't use any of their own cabins. They don't use their own cabs, they don't even use their own equipment. They borrow literally from the studio itself, they borrow for the live performances themselves. So, they borrow it from the house. Some of the cabs are left up there.
They get their equipment from the gig, pretty much.
Pretty much, and they borrow it for a bit. And the people who are generous enough to
leave their normal, like, show business, though, if you think about it. Like, if they don't have their own equipment, they get equipment from the label or music company. So then that way they can perform and do their own shit.
Or here's a third one. Previous bands leave their cabs up there so that way the other band can perform. Which, again, is pretty much normal in local times. It's still kind of popular and happens when it comes to mainstream bands or when it gets more national, but that's completely irrelevant at the point. But what I'm trying to get to in this one is that he's been accused of miming and the sound is all pre-recorded. Well, the problem is the pre-recorded sections of it is only coming from the front, because every stage cap that's on the stage is a reference to pre-recorded. But everything else in the back, basically you heading towards the audience and all that, all the house audio is playing their actual live performance. So you get confused and you hear 3 different things. You can't hear everything up close when you're like in general admission, but if you sit in the back, you can actually hear 3 to 4 different parts of a guitar being played. And this is more specific to like one song. So that's another thing that had to be disproven, and Jared Dons brought that up again afterwards, even after hearing the recording. So even for live recordings, they're all going to be done on set, because Alex Kendrick records them all on live set, like the one of them for October 27th, both of them. And he makes sure that both of the arpeggio, I can't pronounce it to save the life of me. Arpeggio. And all the arpeggio.
You can say sweep picking. Sweep picking's even easier.
Sweep picking would be.
That's what he's doing. He's literally sweep picking. He's an arpeggio to sweep pick.
Hammer on and hammer off, and we get to hear all those.
You're speaking foreign language to people that don't fucking play music.
Well, well, arpeggios are like, sweep picking is when they kind of sound like pretty much what it sounds like. That's
90% of the fucking guitar solos in metal songs are anyway.
Oh yeah, of course. That's what they do though. It's the technique. Basically, what he's saying is they're saying that his shit is fake because of the type of techniques he uses and what he uses on stage. That's what he's trying to say.
Right, and they're
Pretty simple terms.
accusing them of miming. Miming is basically calling out or acting out in gestures to make it seem like it's reliable or real. But this is but that's natural. These are all natural performances. After hearing from the backstage, you get to hear the actual guitars being played. And it's like, oh, I don't hear you hitting that last sweep pick, dude. Is what Jared Dines did in like one of the certain text messages, and it's just like, no. Because the other guitars is actually layering up with him to harmonize a certain tone and make it sound completely raw.
It's basically like if anybody heard of was it Megadeth or Iron Maiden? I don't remember, but
It was probably
Maiden,
both.
probably.
Both
of them.
But there's one of them that did the I forgot what song it was, but they basically do. There's like two guitars. You'll hear it like kind of sound like it's synced up really well. That's basically harmonizing. That's what he's trying to say. So
Yeah,
I'm trying to put it for simple terms that people don't know what we're talking about. Because I know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you lost me after the label stuff. You're like, you're playing arpeggio and they're sweep picking, and I'm like, which one are they doing? Because I know what sweep picking is because I'm not completely boomerized, but
yeah, you don't really know. That's the thing. I mean, people don't really know. That's the thing. So you gotta kind of like explain. You
gotta break down everything. If you don't know what.
Right, and you gotta break it down.
Because I know you and I know what arpeggios are, sweep picking on stuff. You and I know that shit, but Sam and people that don't know about it, that don't play guitar or know anything about music in that sense, probably won't know what that is.
They probably won't understand what it is, but kind of getting to the point, I'm seeing that a man is being humiliated, shamed, and basically that's what call culture is basically shaming somebody in the public eye. That's literally what it is.
Could you imagine? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I know you're finished.
And well, go ahead and say what you need to say first, because I feel like you had something important to add on to this.
Well, I was gonna say, could you imagine someone sitting there, like, say, like, if I make a montage or something like that, saying that, oh, well, you're kind of faking it because these are different people. Could you imagine that, bro? Could you imagine this for a second, dude? Someone actually saying, oh, well, your shit's fake, you know? Or, like, say, like, you make say, like, Sam makes a beat or something like that. Oh, you just, like, someone says, oh, you just stole that from someone else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's bullshit.
I might steal, like, a sample and do my own touches, but that's different.
Right.
That's different, yeah. It's like, I mean, like, it's like Suicide Boys, how they take, like, a song from 3-6 Mafia or Ramirez has done it many of times. They took their samples from and actually remastered it.
Right.
So,
and it's a pretty common thing that happens, but it not to the point where it's just like beating the bush around.
Well, the thing is, bro, these big YouTubers, this is the problem, right? Because these big YouTubers are sitting here like saying, oh, well, this is fake because I can't do it. Basically what they're saying, I'm not that fast because since I'm not that fast, your shit's fake. Like, dude, you're not the guitar god, bro. You're literally just a normal fucking person that plays guitar. Like, sure, you can do arpeggios and all this other shit. You know, you can fucking sit there and go really fast on guitar. Yeah, I could do that too. You know what I mean?
All I gotta say is there's different skill bases for different people. Like, there's people that can dunk, there's people that can't dunk, there's people that can fucking run a quarter mile in 10 seconds, and there's people that can't.
Yeah,
and you see, that's real, that's natural, that comes from within. But they say that it's completely inhumane and they think it's fake, and they're just like distraught, and then there's like people who are feeling like, oh, I'm envious and probably pissed off because I'm not better than that person. That's kind of like the similar topic that is going on. But what's so special about this case for Lucas, man? The man was calm. He literally debunked everything else, and he provided other examples of other guitarists and drummers that are being called out. Like, for instance, we also had another example of that. Lord Markup was drumming, and he was being called out because he's using triggers in this fucking song. Just because of drum triggers. And guess what?
I don't know what drum triggers are. I won't even lie to you.
You know how they sound like those click markers, or those little click markers from Call of Duty? It's like.
Oh, that's like, is it double, like those double pedals like they have?
Yes. Some of them have it on double pedals, some of them don't have it pedals. It depends on what's set you.
Yeah, that's the drum. I forgot what it is. It's like the bottom, the big boy down there. I didn't talk about.
Yeah, some of them have it and some of them don't. Some prefer it, some don't. It's all based upon the sound you use for.
Yeah, it's sound. That's all it is. Like if you prefer that type of music, or a type of fast-paced type shit.
Yeah, and people just call it out because they think that sound is just completely fake and it represents no doubt. I'm just like, dude.
All I gotta say is if they stay true to their true sound and don't switch up because of what's pleasable now in the market, it makes the band better. It doesn't matter, like.
And
of
course they
don't
go back.
change up their sound to please the mainstream audience, then they're goated. It doesn't matter about anything.
It really doesn't matter about anything, but at the same time, it also kind of matters because why is it so that people are being called out like this, and even though the person has to disprove everything, because for a certain amount of time,
he called him out for his opinion, and his opinion got disproved, and then he put out a dookie ass apology.
Well, the thing is, bro, it's so easy to debunk this shit, man, because
it is.
Okay, listen, bro, okay? So basically, if you're sitting there playing guitar and stuff like that, and people that know, when people know how to play guitar, or they know how to play a certain instrument, they know when it's fake, because you look at their face, the way their movement, so like that, even someone that hasn't played music can tell, because like, it's not hard to tell if it's sped up or not. It's not that hard to tell. Because someone else got called out, bro, by Jared Dines. I don't remember his fucking name exactly. It's some it's some foreign dude. I don't remember his name. But basically, he got called out too, and he was like, "Yeah, this shit's not fake, you know." It wasn't even just Jared. Like, honestly, it's not even Jared. It's someone else that.
You know, so Angel Vivaldi does the same exact things as Lucas does, and those are two separate guitarists on their own doing their own separate projects, and it doesn't make any sense that Instagram guitarist is calling them out because they're using similar techniques and then just calling it fake because he's envious about that kind of shit. It just doesn't like.
People have their own opinions. People just cap all the time. That's how it is nowadays. People just cap.
Well, a lot of times it's just calling people out to make themselves look better. A lot of times too.
That's what's going on in every, like, if we're talking about music industry wise, if you think about it, if you actually sit here and think about it, Jared Dines did what Nick Cannon did.
Yeah,
he did.
Because Nick Cannon fired back with 2 diss tracks on Eminem when Eminem just dropped a verse because he said something about him on a podcast. He's just addressing it. That's all he really did. He didn't even really say anything bad. And then Nick Cannon comes out and just tries to fucking bring up old shit and do some petty shit with Wildin' Outkast and Suge Knight and shit. That's all it is. And they're not going to apologize for it. The only thing is he apologized for it, but he wasn't serious about it. And that's what pisses people off, too.
Oh, believe me, it does. It does. But I guess the prime example of this I've ever led it into so far is call out culture thus far is if you as a musician are being called out for something that you know that you practice on is entirely true, take the time to just breathe and do what this man did. Take the time to disprove those points, show them the recordings, have every backed up information to show you why that you're doing is true, and show you the warm-ups, because literally, there are people out there that will do anything for this unreasonable amount of clout. And I'm gonna tell this to my fucking guitarists to watch out for this kind of shit in the next few years. If he gets famous enough to where he gets noticed outside of, be careful.
Also, if you're a fucking YouTuber or something like that trying to sit here and call people and everything, do your fucking research and make sure you know what you're fucking talking about. That's the whole reason why I honestly I sit there and actually give an apology for fucking up what I researched. And that was my bad.
Shit happens, dude.
And it happens. But if you're gonna actually give out a formal apology as a YouTuber, please make it more and sound like it's a other bullshit. Because then it just shows you really care.
Well, the thing is a lot of people that are fans of that band that actually watch his content are kind of like pissed off with him, and he apologized. And if people can actually see through apologies and shit because of certain like things that they do and stuff and how they sound and their tone, then like his apology, like it's like Dookie. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's Duke.
His apology is equivalent to Alinity's apology for all the shit that she does. She doesn't care. Like, he doesn't care. He still believes what he believes in, but he's just trying to please his audience and please the people out there, so he doesn't get shit on.
I think the apology was really about like, don't go after this guy, stuff like that.
Hold on, but to kind of just go into that, I would agree with you, Sam. I would agree with you on the concept that is just fans. Rings of Saturn, but there are also people that are originally were fans of Jared Dines, and then you watch that one video and you're like, wow, why did I trust this guy? That's another itself.
You just gotta face the music. Face the music, apologize like a grown-ass man.
Yeah, give an actual, like,
because if you don't, people are gonna, like, certain people will spot it, and then people that don't really care don't care. They'll just continue watching him anyway. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll still watch him, but it's just like, if he just keeps capping, it's just gonna reach to the point where he's not gonna be famous. His content is funny. Like, the only thing I watch is his skits and shit. I don't watch anything
I like his
else.
skits, dude. He doesn't do it anymore. The last time he's done it was the what was it, the Gent or whatever, 2019, the last one he did.
Yeah, and now it's just like an improper call for Gent, but I mean it was
all he really does now is like vlog and shit and reacting, and it's because he's just trying to make money right now.
I know he's trying to make money, but it's just like, dude, you have to go to this.
He needs moolah to live life.
He needs moolah to live life. Everybody needs moolah to live.
The thing is, bro, like there's ways of doing call out, and there's ways to not do it.
And this was a poor representation call out right there. Because guess what? It could ruin his.
If you want to talk about a good reputation, reputation. I can't talk. I can't say it. I can't say the word.
Representation.
Right now.
Representation.
Representation. Yeah. If you can, a good one would be fucking would definitely be iDubbbz, bro.
All right. Well, before we get into that, I just wanted to also this.
Eats peen.
Do you mind if we? Okay. So what I wanted to say on this one is, if what I wanted to say is this: if you're going to be disproven over some false allegations, don't wait to do it. Get to it right now, because your life could be ruined by many chances. You could be throttled, threatened by everybody else over.
You can go through menopause, bro. I'm telling you now.
Menopause at like a young age.
Dude, you're gonna go through a midlife crisis because nobody's gonna fuck with you.
Exactly.
And he's like in his mid-20s too. That's what's gonna be sad.
I know. And a good thing is he did it now than later, because if it would have just blown up in his face more. Worst part is that whenever a YouTuber is accusing of you and you have private messages and back and forth to them saying that, look, I'm here to disprove it, and they block you, that just shows you that they're just wrapping their own clout. And that's just stupid in itself. I think that's all I wanted to talk about this man shit. You wanted to get into iDubbbz, right, Con?
Yeah.
We just gotta let it flow like an ocean.
You didn't have to stop it like that, though.
Flow like an ocean. Flow like an ocean.
Right. I just kind of kept getting interrupted.
Eat garbage like iDubbbz. Yeah. Super reviews from iDubbbz.
Sorry about that.
Anyways, no, it's fine, dude. I just want to say, like, basically, call out culture, it can be done right. But the problem is, though, is like if it's not done right, you're gonna have problems like Jared Dines. But you do it right, like iDubbbz, you know, it can go either way, honestly.
If you're not a fan of iDubbbz and you watch his content cop and not like it because he's talking shit, just listen to his points. He's just trying to make it interesting and joke about them, because he does it to people that do it to other people. He's just giving them the taste of their own medicine. Like Cabos does the same shit.
The problem is, bro, is that fucking YouTube wants to sit there and be like all this holy grail thing where they wanted to stop anti-bullying, or not anti-bullying, like cyberbullying, which is not fucking real. I don't care what the fuck you say. You can log off for the night if you're really that fucking worried about getting bullied. Honestly, it's not that hard. But anyways, I want to say is that
Colin, you are big cap right now.
dude.
We can get into some cyberbullying, bro. I can dig into you like some fucking souffle fish, nigga. Don't do this.
I mean, I can legit just get off them, bro. As simple as
no,
that,
but
man.
the thing is the cyberbullying carries on to real life, which causes problems.
Which is an actual fucking concept.
That's the thing, because people will, like, let's say, let's say little Timmy is talking to a girl, right? And little Timmy has a little Timmy. And little Timmy sends a little Timmy to the dude, right? To the girl, right? And then the girl goes, oh, it's a little Timmy. And then she sends little Timmy on her Instagram talking shit about little Timmy's little Timmy. And then that shit carries on to him for the rest of his life until after high school.
Well, you don't send dick pics, bro. You're worried about that shit. You don't send dick pics.
No, I'm talking about little Timmy.
You don't send dick pics, bro.
He's not talking about dick pics. He's talking about.
I am talking about dick pics, but I'm just saying his dick is called little Timmy.
I had hope for you. Bro.
No, I said no. You don't get little Timmy's little Timmy, bro.
I know. I was hoping.
The thing is, like, it's literally just fucking the internet, bro. Like, honestly, and people can't like accept like certain like types of criticism or whatever. Then they shouldn't be online. Honestly, they shouldn't be on the internet. Like, literally, I'll take some criticism, honestly, bro. But it doesn't mean I'll fire right back. I'll fire right back. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Colin, your first montage sucks.
Okay, fuck you. Yours did too, bro. Your first video sounded like shit.
I know it didn't.
I ain't gonna lie. My videos have been ass lately.
You know my shit's ass. I can take criticism because it's true.
I don't know how I got a fucking fan base.
Huh?
All I'm saying is, though, bro, is that, like, if people can't sit there and take criticism, bro, what's the point of them having a YouTube channel? You know what I mean? Like, so YouTube basically has a new policy where if you sit there and like apparently demoralize someone or whatever, and like sit there and
there is people that go wild on people though. I get where they're coming from.
But that's like.
But the context of iDubbbz is different.
But that's like a small percentage though of YouTube, honestly. That's a very fucking low percentage of YouTube.
And none of that. Most of those videos don't even get seen unless if you type in, I'm demoralizing blah 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 or whatever.
Yeah, like honestly, like it doesn't make any sense, bro. Honestly, I don't have any like screenshots here or anything like that to really go by and tell you what's going on. But basically, YouTube, there was a tweet out on Twitter about iDubbbz video getting taken down, and it was about Leafy, and everybody knows Leafy used to fucking talk shit on everybody.
Leafy was a bully on YouTube, but he was low-key funny.
He was low-key funny, but honestly though, he actually where he fucked up was mainly, in my opinion, is where he fucked up when he talked about some autistic kid. Honestly,
oh yeah, I remember that. We talked about that like fucking 3 years ago, bro. Holy shit, that's been a long time.
Wasn't on a podcast. It was definitely on the.
I mean,
but
damn, bro. You really
I mean, honestly, dude, like, how you gonna sit there and make fun of someone, and then someone makes a video on you that you don't expect to make a video on you, and then the guy that you made a video on was talking shit about other people, like, and then you take him off YouTube. Like, that makes no fucking sense. That makes absolutely no fucking sense at all. And this dude, Leafy, doesn't make videos anymore, bro. Like, how?
Dude, there's still some loyal ass Leafy fans, because if you go to his channel right now, I'm pretty sure he still has comments to this day on his videos.
No, I mean, like, he's not really active, is what I'm trying to say.
On fucking job, bro. Because there's people that still, like, I still watch Filthy Frank videos. Like, come on now.
Well, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about not his fans. I'm talking about himself.
I know. He's not he doesn't do that shit anymore. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
It just comes on to, like, like I said earlier, I'm gonna explain this again. I guess we talked about this earlier. We had to stop. Fuck.
What?
Oh. Fuck, I forgot.
Well, my main point is like YouTube is taking out people that shouldn't be taken out.
Okay, so
Honestly.
Trying to remember. Drugs are bad.
Okay.
That's fuck. I'm stumbled up right now. Fuck.
Or hell, stop. What?
Ooh. Oh. Yeah, well, if you think about it, like I said earlier, people are closed-minded. Like, a lot of people became closed-minded throughout time because the culture of the internet really calls people to be in their feels. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of times too, I think it has a lot to do with people that are like forgetful about things too. I think people actually forget about things.
And that's the thing with the internet,
Like,
bro. People don't
like,
remember specific things after a period of
that's
time.
a problem, and that's a fucking problem. Honestly, dude. I'll read the email he got though, because he did post it. I just didn't want to type it in right away. But
Alright.
basically, on Twitter, he actually posted you get your screenshot of the picture. It said, "Your video has been removed from YouTube," and it says, "Hi, iDubbbz TV. As you may know, our community guidelines describe which content we allow and don't allow on YouTube. Your video, Content Cop Leafy, was flagged to us for review. Upon review, we've determined that it violates our guidelines and we removed it from YouTube." So you mean to tell me this dude can't joke about fucking some dude that was fucking with someone else? Also, all these fucking late night hosts and all shit talk about fucking Trump all day, whether you like him or not, you know? They fucking joke about Trump all fucking day long, and they fucking make fun of him and all stuff. So you mean so you can make fun of Trump and whoever else as a late night host and be in his big ass company, but you can't make fun of someone that actually is made fun of someone else before? Like, that makes no fucking sense, bro. Doesn't make any sense.
As a non fucking Trump liker as a person, I'm putting my hands up in real life because I feel like I'm about to be smacked by politics. A non-Trump liker, even non-believer in as a person.
He's a non-Trump supporter.
He's our president. Yes, you just gotta accept it, and then you just gotta wait until the term ends.
Well, you had to bring that up.
I know. I just realized what I did.
God damn. Just wanted to get it out there before it gets worse. Alright.
It was a good analogy to Leafy, bro.
Well, basically, what he's saying is, like, he agrees with me, right? What are you trying to say? Like,
I agree with
me,
what
right?
you're saying, but like I said, a lot of people are closed-minded, and people get offended to that shit. Like I said earlier, people are gonna run into their channel, iDubbbz channel, like years later, and then have a closed mind to his content, and YouTubers, like, people now don't understand, like, YouTube is a platform. You're gonna get criticized. Shit's gonna happen. Okay? Shit's gonna happen. Accept it and continue on and do something else. But I get where people are coming from too. They're like, well, the guidelines at the same exact time, because there's people out there that cap, like heavy cap. But at the same exact time, yeah, I do agree.
They should
with you.
honestly, bro. Like, I feel like YouTube should be a place where people that have actual opinions and like actual...
But that's what YouTube originally was. Like, we talked about YouTube so much, Colin. It's to the point to where it's like YouTube is a no-go, but we want to still upload our content on there.
It's just hard to find, like I said in the last podcast, it's hard to find another platform to where it's as big as YouTube. This is the fucking place. This is the, you know, the actual place that where you can actually make videos and stuff like that. And then there's other places out there, but they're mostly you have to pay for it. You have to pay to upload. Like, in YouTube, I think YouTube wants to do something like that. I don't want to say that because I really don't know. but I think YouTube wants to do something similar to
Don't
that.
give him that suggestion. You're giving him that suggestion. Don't do it.
Shut up with your conspiracy theories, Colin. YouTube's the best platform ever.
Stop turning into Alex Jones for 5 minutes. Don't
Fuck YouTube.
Oh my. Oh, God.
Susan Wojcicki is listening, guys.
What was I saying?
She has a big
But yeah,
red. She has a big red button like Trump.
Okay, Mary.
It's called the
Sue.
ban hammer.
I
Your
don't give a
YouTube
fuck.
channel has been taken away because
But I think
you said
I think
fuck
honestly,
YouTube.
bro,
That's the
honestly,
route
here's-
YouTube's gonna
here-
go.
Here's what my opinion is about YouTube and what they should do. What I think they should do is basically let people talk what they want to say, and let people say what they want to say. But if it calls to action, like it does in real life, if you go online and say something call to action, this is actually a law. Like say you want to go, like say like just for instance, like I want to go kill Sam or something like that, right?
Damn!
Or I want to. No, I'm being serious. Like this
I'm not
actually happened on
going
the
to
internet.
Texas. Fuck that. I'm staying where I'm at.
No, I'm giving an example. I'm not fucking.
Fuck
saying
my.
that.
No, like, I don't even want. Like, pause.
I'm not actually. I'm just giving an example. Like,
I know. I'm just fucking with your example.
okay. Anyway, say if I say that,
I'm
right?
stretching the time.
Anyway, say if I say that, right, and like, I could actually go to jail for that. Or if I say, oh, I want someone to go fucking, like, say like I say we should go fucking.
Let's go raid Area 51, and we go do it. We're all going to jail.
No. Like, let's say, no, seriously. Like, what if, like, we say, like, oh, let's go fucking, I don't know, like,
Bomb a hospital.
bomb a house or catch fucking Service's house on fire or something like that.
Bitch, fuck off.
FBI.
You'll have to die first on my hands.
No,
The
for real,
FBI is
you
gonna
can
arrest us
actually go-
all
you can
for
actually-
what I
you
said.
can
I'm
actually-
sorry.
You
I'm
could actually
joking.
go to jail for saying shit like that. However, you know, like, that's what I think should happen. So, like, if you basically say that shit, I think you should go to jail for that shit and get banned off YouTube. You know, but if you're actually sitting there and saying like something that's not, you're not threatening anybody. That's what it is, basically threatening. If you're actually sitting there like saying something, you know, that you actually believe, like, oh well, fucking, I don't know, like Sam's fucking content's trash or something like that. You shouldn't get banned for that. You shouldn't get banned for anything.
Okay, my
like
beginning
that.
videos are trash. Everybody's beginning videos are trash. Your beginning videos are trash. Your beginning videos are like my beginning videos. The fuck?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, that's all I gotta say, man. Like, honestly, I think it's
PewDiePie's
like-
first video was probably trash. Come on now. Probably doesn't even have it up on his channel. Same with
But,
MiniLad. All these dudes.
That's what I'm trying to say, though. Man. Honestly, I think YouTube should just, you know, you know what I mean, like
Fucking what's his name? Fuck. Keemstar's beginning career was trash.
yeah, he was part of what was that, like FAG or something like that.
Yeah, he was part of some trolling clan or something like that on Halo or whatever.
Yeah, it was Halo. Yeah, that shit was dope, bro. That shit was awesome.
I mean, it was dope that he did that, but his image was kind of frowned upon.
Bro. Dude,
because
I
of the
love
trolling.
those. I like watching those old ass videos like that.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, it's
But like
funny
I
as
said,
fuck, dude.
people are heavily
like
fucking
Keemstar shouldn't get banned for that shit, bro.
closed-minded.
Cause he's fucking with people, bro. Dude, they got on the game. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
they're just being toxic in a video game, making fun out of it and making a joke out of it. That's all it is. Fits every YouTuber's done that before. Every YouTuber has trolled somebody before.
yeah, of course they have.
If you have ever played the 360 PS3, you trolled before.
If you still play PC, you know, it's just you troll somebody. Exactly.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
True.
I'm
We
pretty.
need to
You
film
troll your friends in
eventually.
real life. Trolling is basically fucking with people, but it's a random person, so it's people get offensive about it.
Yeah.
Like
it's
let's
fun,
say,
honestly. I do it sometimes.
let's say, like right now, I go outside, somebody walks up to me and says, "You're a bitch." He's trying to fuck with me, or he's actually trying to fight me. But on the internet, somebody calls me a bitch. They're just trying to round me up and get me mad. They're trying to get a reaction out of you. That's all it is. If you ignore it or you say, "Hey, you bitch," then he'll laugh at you probably. It just depends on how shit goes.
Honestly, bro, like people just don't know how to take a joke all the times, or just ignore it. You know what I mean, like
that's all. That's what the policy. The policy, I understand the policy, but at this point on his channel, nah, B, that ain't it. Because that's old beef. Like, there's older videos that are worse on other YouTubers' channels that are popping. Like, let's say 10 million subs or something like that. They have videos on their channel that are fucking mad.
I do remember this shit, bro. Did you hear about like Onision drama, bro? Oh my god, dude.
Did he go to jail?
Oh, dude, Chris Hansen's on his ass, dude. Like, literally, bro.
Railing him with a fucking screw.
Now, if Sam or Servers knows the whole story, like y'all can explain it. I just don't remember what the fucking story was. But basically, him and his girlfriend are like pedophiles. Like, I'm sitting here like, bro, I knew he was an asshole, but I didn't know that he was a fucking pedophile. Like, god damn.
Do you mean like cheap? You mean
it's
like
it's his ego, bro. A lot of people that are assholes have a terrible ego, and that's what he has.
Well, I mean, before that,
he's just toxic too.
It's not that, bro. He actually doxes people and shit, bro. He's a doxer as well. So it's not only that he sits there and actually touches little girls and shit, like he also fucking sits there and doxes people.
Yep.
I said toxic.
He's super fucking toxic. It's like doxers from Black Ops 2 all over again. If bad. Like, some of them were definitely fucking pedophiles.
I've gotten doxed on the PS4, and I was like,
how the fuck did that happen?
I was literally like, if you boot me, you'll be booted when I get off. I hope you know that. And nothing happens.
Huh. But no, like, the thing is, bro, like,
and then if I do get booted, I called up my buddy, and he got booted back. It's retaliation because you don't do that shit. If you're gonna do that shit, you gotta have that shit done to you, so you know the struggle.
Trust me, I've known the struggle for long enough, and I didn't even boot a single fucking person.
I've had people. Okay, I'm not an asshole. Okay, I've had somebody. A lot of people get booted before. Calling those.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
But there's reasons behind it, though. There's always a reason behind it.
So, Chris Hansen and his girlfriend are basically like a low-budget Epstein, right?
Well, they're not really doing pedophile rings or anything like that.
Well, no, but I mean they're pedophiles, so like low-budget Epstein. Low-budget Epstein is what I say in my eyes.
Yeah, they're just pedophiles, dude, honestly. They just like little girls and shit like that, man.
I know.
There's a lot of YouTubers that come out like that. Is this because
why is that a fucking thing, dude?
I don't know.
Like, honestly, bro, like if you, I don't get it, man. Like, you have all this money, all this fame, bro. If you don't find your fucking woman attractive, go find another bitch, bro. It's like, fuck you, I don't want you anymore. I can find another girl. Like, goddamn, man. Like, shit.
I just don't get that.
They like those underage little girls, man. That's nasty, it's disgusting, bro.
That's fucking disgusting. I feel
like there should be, honestly, I thought there should be more kids in the world, so people be like, okay, I want to fuck my I don't want to say it. They don't want to say like, oh, I want to fuck my little daughter or some shit like that. I mean,
there are people like that too.
There are already people like that. We don't need
I know those are backwoods people. I'm just talking about actual normal people, you know. But like, I don't know, man. It's fucked, dude. Like, how, I mean, even like the Minecraft scene, bro. I feel bad for the Minecrafters. Also, everybody thought that every Minecrafter was a fucking pedophile. Like, it's not really true, you know. It's just like, wow. Like,
the stigma that arises from it makes it worse and worse, and it's just like a cesspool.
Yeah.
It's literally what it is. It just creates just so much animosity. Now your friends that play Minecraft is like, oh, yo, pedophiles. It's like, what the fuck?
We're
That
not
kind of
like,
shit.
yeah. It's like saying I don't think who else play. I don't know what we're gaming. Like people that play Roblox, bro, are pedophiles or some shit like that. It's like it's not true. It's
absolutely ridiculous.
just ridiculous, man. Sorry, I got quiet for there. I got shot at on fucking Red Dead.
I just
You're
feel like
still
clicking
playing Red Dead? Oh my god.
I'm playing
I
Red Dead.
just I just hear a lot like clicking that also sounds like masturbation. I'm just like, what the fuck, Kyle? Fucking goddamn it.
Hope it's not too loud though.
But nah, bro. Fuck that pedophilia shit that they're on. Really, that's just so
He
stupid.
just needs to be like all the other dudes that get caught and go to jail.
People just get me
Just
fucking.
learn his
home,
lesson.
Bro.
Well, jail's pretty bad. I've talked to people that went to jail and they straightened out.
My thing, I don't straighten no one out, bro.
No, like
Yeah.
there's a guy I know that got arrested for something he like, and doesn't do what he did anymore, like at all. Like shit
There are people
happens.
who do shit like that, and there are people who
Like
are
let's
like
say,
that.
as an example, let's say like I'm driving and I'm texting, right? And I hit a car and I get arrested for it because I hurt them really bad. I'm gonna learn my lesson not to text on my phone anymore.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
that's the thing, like jail changes people. Like he's gonna learn his lesson for sure because you know how jail culture is, like actual jail
Not all the
culture.
time, bro. It doesn't work all like that.
Yeah, but I mean, like for
No.
pedophiles, they come out and they're scared of
Nah.
people.
Oh no.
Certain
it's like-
pedophiles, like trust me.
There's a crazy ones, dude. That's the thing, bro. Like, I don't think it works for everybody. I think, honestly, bro, it would, dude, I'm telling you right now, a lot of crime would go down if they actually brought back in, like, hangings or some shit like that. I'm not even lying to you, or beheadings. It would actually, like, all that shit would go down.
Yeah, but we're not those countries, and that's very inhumane.
It is inhumane. But honestly, bro, like I said, fucking shit like that.
They
would
go to
down.
jail.
Hey, we already have
Well,
gun
I'm
rights.
afraid of. Here's what I'm afraid of. Some people can be just bringing up those false charges, and next thing you know, person gets charged. Gets
Okay, let's
proven-
say I know where you're going. Okay, so
Yeah.
you want hangings to happen, right?
right. If you want hangings to happen,
Let's say, Colin, you're walking down the street, and a guy runs up and just tosses you something, and you catch it, and the cop behind him tackles you because you both had the same hoodie on, and you got tossed a gun that shot 2 people, and you went to jail, and they're like, "Oh, you're getting hung," and you did nothing, but your prints were on the gun. You're gonna get hung.
That sounds mostly
dead.
unlikely, though.
But that's what he's
I
explaining.
feel like
That's
unlikely,
what I'm-
though.
it's
Because, and not only that, there's actual charges that actually happen. Like I watched documentaries of people that went to prison when they did nothing.
I feel like it's just highly unlikely. I don't know.
you say it's highly unlikely, but it has happened before. It has happened before, and
It
can happen.
happens.
I feel
It
like
does
has to be,
happen.
Like something horrendous. And people
It's controversial, but the OJ case is a perfect example.
Great example right there. If
It's
you were to allow
controversial.
hangings, right?
Let's say he.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. Okay.
It's just your opinion. I understand that, but then if you look behind the tracking of it, the legal tracking of it, it's just like, okay, well then, who goes to what? At that point, it's so
You know how
controversial
full
that
our
you're just.
prisons are, though. Like how would you actually deplete? Like how would you actually minimize?
And if you kill somebody, you're dead anyway. You go
I
to
just
jail
don't-
for
I
life.
I just don't feel like okay, they're gonna sit there forever though, and hold up other space for people that actually go to prison need to go to prison as well. So it's like, how do you work around that? You know what I mean?
to work around what? Just the charges themselves, or work around with the
No,
prisons?
like the actual like prison system, like how like it shit gets overpopulated. I'm trying to say.
They would have to provide for more prisons, or to probably just fuck. I don't even know. They'll have to probably provide for making more prisons in areas like that and more secure regions.
Do you know what
or
they're
they
gonna
have-
do? They're gonna raise our taxes. Not. They're gonna raise our taxes to get more shit. So
Yeah.
I get where Colin's going. Like Colin's going the political way.
Yeah, and I get that too. But then that also is just like, well, what about the rest of the schools? What about the education? What the fuck happens with that? Because now they're focusing on prisons instead of schools again. So it goes into that section. It's just like a whole big argument in itself. Because less of the funds are being spent. Which I didn't want to get political on that, but if you're talking about policy-wise, then that makes more sense.
I feel like people that are pedophiles should get fucking beat the fuck up and get killed. Honestly.
Do you know? I've gotten a story from somebody. A dude raped his little girl. He went to jail. He got raped by like 3 dudes, and he got his ass beat for like 3 months in the shower.
I'm
Just
saying,
for a taste of his own
prison. Prison never, not always works though. Honestly, because all people are gonna do, they're gonna say it could be anything. It could be not even about pedophiles. It could be anything. So like you're sitting there, like someone steals some shit or whatever, and they're gonna go right back out of the prison and go steal again. You know
It's gonna happen. It's gonna fucking happen.
Yeah, they're not gonna fucking stop. They're gonna go right back to do what they're doing. That's why I think they should legalize all drugs, man. Honestly, because that would stop a lot of cartels and shit like that. You know?
But then there's the also irrational argument, like, "Oh, you just want anarchy." I'm like, no, that's just how. That's just what happens to bring down at least the run of crime rates and actually make sure it makes sense. But of course, you're worried about your generated revenue, people to work in under harsh conditions, so that way you can sustain your income, and then somehow, literally, sustain your
If
own
they
income.
legalize
as a
every
government worker.
drug, the only problem is that the government's losing a lot of money, and a lot of like cities are losing funding for their police departments.
Honestly,
and
bro.
shit.
Okay, listen. Okay. Listen. Okay, so there's a bill that fucking California and Colorado passed. It's the weed legalized weed federally.
Yeah.
And they're gonna use all the taxes. I don't know what the percentage is on the tax.
Probably a high fucking tax.
Yeah, but you're gonna have little Timmy go into your cocaine, stash and
I'm
go.
not
Seizure.
Well, that's why you don't give it to kids. But hold on, I was trying to fucking say something. You didn't cut me
Let
off.
him say something.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is like, say, like all that tax, right? They use all that shit. They're gonna reinvest it into the communities and shit. That's where the tax should go. And I agree with that.
That's
shit.
more sound. That's more sound. Like, are you talking like communities? This isn't like, what communities are you mentioning of? Is it specific or is it overall community?
Hold on. I'm sorry. This guy just gave me a full ass carcass, dude. I'm just gonna put that in. I don't really need this money.
Context, Colin. Fucking context, man.
No, like he gave me a carcass of a deer carcass on Red Dead.
Okay, there we go. Context. There you
I have a
go.
lot of money. I just gotta get gold.
I have like 11K, dude.
Yeah, you know life. There's a difference. I have like $800.
No, I don't know life, bro. I just know how to make money.
But yeah, is it just like in general communities of the state, like, you know?
No, it's like actual, the whole like town, like goes into the town, like it invests into the town.
Okay, so let's say that in your area, right? Let's say you have a park. They're gonna invest money into that park to fix the park. Let's say your roads are kind of a little bumpy. They're gonna invest into the construction.
Because you know how people buy fucking weed and buy drugs and shit like that off the street, bro? Like, honestly,
Yes.
it would, the cartel will be fucking gone. You know how horrible the cartel is? Like, they have cement the blood. You know what that is, right?
Yep. Cement the
Where you-
blood.
Where you fucking take your dog, or you take something you fucking love and kill it. Like literally, that's literally what cement the blood is. So I mean, like the cartel is horrible. The poverty in fucking Mexico is bad. Like, it's horrible over there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they should do that shit. Honestly, it would end a lot of fucking a lot of that shit. I don't know.
And if you do legalize it, at least make it for those organizations. Like
I agree with
California,
marijuana. There's some drugs that people shouldn't even touch.
like cocaine. No way in hell. I mean, LSD. if you
Cocaine's
want
not
fun
that bad. It just kills your heart.
Kills your heart, but dude.
Well, I'm just saying, bro. They want to die. They can just. If it's okay, well, it's not even like that actually. That because what they could do is if they only give it to them a certain amount of time. Like
They go to a pharmacy for this shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. He's like, two LSD thing. Can I see your medical card, sir? Here you go. And then they
Here's
go,
one in Can I have one DMT,
you
please?
did an LSD trip yesterday, so we're gonna have to wait like a month, but we can try some marijuana.
So they don't get hooked on it exactly. So
Right.
Like that. So
Preventing
it's not like
the
we're gonna. Yeah, and that's actually good, honestly. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that's the fucking end all be all because it still could happen. You know what I mean? But it's a good fucking start.
Yeah, what he's saying is
Agreeable.
that they can make a system in order to do it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a good start though. Honestly, do y'all agree?
I agree with it as a system. I just don't agree with the fact that there's going to be executable with our branches of government inside of each state. It varies. So, you know how that is?
Yeah, but I'm just. That's what the Colorado and the California shit is, bro. They want to pass that federal law for weed, which I agree with.
And I agree with that too. But then again, it's only going to affect it federally, but even though the feds are trying to override it, some states are going to try and go against it, and then it's like, okay, never mind.
Well,
So
the thing is, I don't think it's that bad, honestly, weed has won in the West. It's just it's all the old fucking boomers and shit like that. To sound trendy or anything like that, but it's really just all the old boomers and shit like that want to sit there and their fucking high horse fucking. They ain't like, oh yeah, well I'll just take some tobacco. You know what I mean? Like, no, dude, you gotta it's not like that, you know.
I mean, honestly, Alex
a drill.
Jones is like that too. You know,
he likes fucking weed. You're talking about, bro. He fucking loves weed, bro.
no, it's like he couldn't have any fucking weed podcast. It's just like I only have 100% tobacco.
You know they're fucking joking, right? Have you seen?
Yeah, I
them,
know.
right?
I know. They're just fucking around. It's like,
No,
I'm making that
You
little-
think there's no marijuana in this podcast? Come on, no.
I mean, I can smell it from here with microphone. I could smell it. I can sense it from like over 2,000 miles away. What do you?
There's also CBD sometimes. Shit happens, bro.
I know. Like that's a fucking.
There's
problem.
DMT sometimes too. This depends on some people's moods.
Leave my trousers alone, boys. I go
Dude,
on my trousers every
I
time.
would love to have some something I want to try.
I'm gonna do LSD or shrooms. I don't want to do shrooms in West Virginia because I will probably have
DMT
a
doesn't last that long, so I want to try
really
that out.
crazy trip, and I don't want to have a crazy trip like that.
That fucking Joe Rogan podcast, how Chuck's crazy.
Yeah, I had to make that reference there. I had to make the reference there.
What
Dude,
they
I
need
love-
to do is, if we're talking about bettering the community, what they need to do then is change the legal age of alcohol and tobacco and e-cigs to 18. So then that way, when they're an adult and they have all that shit to take care of, when they turn 18, they have all that too. So then they actually feel like an adult. Because a lot of people, when they're like 19 years old, they don't feel like an adult anymore.
You're talking
They
about
feel like a
yourself
kid.
as
No,
well.
I'm not talking about my. I mean, me. I have connects, bro. I told you I got connects.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that shit's like. Yeah, I feel like it should be 18. I'm not disagreeing with anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know why they even made that.
Because the
21.
way that a lot of people look at it is when you turn 18, you can be drafted.
Yeah, you could be 18
Okay,
when you're
let's
drafted,
say,
but you can't have
let's say
21.
metaphorically, some shit goes down at some
no.
place, and we have to draft a fuck ton of people. A lot of those 18-year-olds are gonna be stressing the fuck out. They can't smoke a cigarette, they can't drink alcohol, or anything like that.
But guess what, bro? They have connects. It makes the fucking law useless. Doesn't make any sense.
Because people
Like you
that
said.
don't have connect, because people that do not have connects will still be stressed out regardless.
Well, not that
Well, no,
changes the policies
I'm
and shit
I'm
like
agreeing
that
with you.
too.
I'm agreeing with you.
Hey, hold on. I'm not done yet with that part. Give me a second.
I
But
was just agreeing with you.
not only that, it just stockpiles, and you agree with me on this one. It just stockpiles, and even though you could get the connect, you could probably be one of those wholesome kids in the fucking army. Well, killing is not really wholesome, but you know, less polluted, or quote unquote less polluted. And some fucking drill sergeant is just like hands backwards on like certain ages and certain groups about this kind of shit. You never know. Some people run differently on that. And
Different strokes for different folks.
yeah, different strokes for different folks is what I'm trying to say. And you could probably get charged or something like that for something stupid like that. Under what rules? I don't even fucking
You
know.
wanna have a little beer with what's your fucking squad, you know what I mean? Like, you want a little beer with your squad and shit like that, and it's like, oh well, you're not 18, so you can have beer. It's like,
Yeah, and
what?
then
like,
I
I'm sitting out here like on fucking
I just shot
or wherever,
a guy
and-
earlier today,
and,
and I watched him bleed out and die, and you don't want me to. That's in my brain right now. I'm trying to release
I'm trying
that.
to leave that
Yeah.
on my brain, bro. I'm trying to forget.
And I'm
about it.
trying to
motherfucker's
forget
trying to
about
cope.
that. I'm trying to like drink, get a little tipsy with the boys,
Maybe a little-
have a
maybe
good
little
time,
high, you know?
smoke a
And try to
ciggy,
forget
get
about
that
it. Try to
nicotine,
forget about it.
and then what I'm gonna do after
Exactly.
that is I'm gonna chill with the boys, go to bed, wake up, and have a hangover.
Maybe
It's my decision.
Maybe have sex with Thai lady boy. You know what I mean?
Okay, Ben,
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Calm down there. Fucking Christ.
No, but for real though, I don't know. It's just stupid to me because, like I said, you can just have people like you have like people like, hey, I want to have can I have a cigarette or some shit like that, you know, or can I have like some, whatever, you know. And it's like it doesn't really fucking matter. Like people are gonna find a way to.
I can
I
walk
gotta
into
find
a
a
vape
way.
store on an undisclosed location and get anything I want. Without a guardian with me, without anybody with me.
Yeah. And if they just put it down to 18, then I guess, and it would improve it. It would definitely improve it.
And not
I
only
think
that,
what it is,
it will
like,
show.
my mom.
It will show a sign of like you're 18. You can do all this stuff now, but if you do it in my house, you gotta move out. It will give that kid the incentive to actually move out, so he can go experience the things he wants to do instead of
if
being
you're
confined.
for the idea of leaving, the idea of leave to something special today, like there's something important, you know?
Because that's how a lot of parents are when they catch their kids doing that at 18. They're like, "You're not supposed to be doing it. You're not old enough." But if they're actually 18, they'll be like, "I don't want you doing that. That's different." You know what I mean? I don't want you doing that around me in my house. That's different.
Yeah,
Right. And you get to learn that different respect, and then just be like, okay, I understand where you're coming
And
from.
not only that, that will relieve so much stress on the parents. Especially that a kid that is like, let's say they missed a couple of years in middle school or something like that. Or they're really smart and they hit 18 and they're in college and they're in a community college or something like that, and they actually go to a party and come home drunk because peer pressure or something. They're gonna get bitched at for it. Because they're not
Yeah.
old enough.
And then once you said it to that side, it's just like, okay, well then you're 18. It would have eventually, so fuck it, have fun.
Yeah.
Because a
I
lot
think,
of parents
honestly,
need to hold down
and-
on their kid and shit and make sure they make the right decisions. But if
Even-
they're already legally old enough to do it, then that alleviates the stress.
I think honestly, like I was gonna go back to the drug thing too, because people actually will sit there and certain drugs with certain things, honestly. So like, say
I've
like
experienced it.
Like say like weed, bro. Say like weed. They fuck people like my friend. I won't say who it is, but my friend basically got his weed laced with fentanyl, bro. Like that shit's like highly addictive.
I've gotten like my brother. Fuck. Okay.
They should definitely
So,
fucking.
I've obtained a dab cartridge, and everybody that knows about the news and stuff. I've seen dab cartridges that were fake. What you need to do is dispose of those. Don't sell them, because you can actually kill people.
That's why I think they should definitely regulate that shit. They definitely regulate drugs, man. Honestly.
Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to come out with new ideas with smoking marijuana, so every state will jump in and do it. You know what I mean? Like
No,
the e-cig thing was smart.
I think it's because the plugs, you know, stuff like that, and people that are selling it, they're doing that shit so they can sell more because it's highly addictive.
All the addiction that arises is what.
That's why you know
And
what the
also,
product is, and you gotta
then,
make
and
sure.
then you get the government involved, and that makes a bigger problem because you get the government involved. Like, oh well, weed's, you know, like super addictive, and we all know it's not. You know what I mean? It's like it's stupid.
You choose to smoke. You don't need to smoke.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I smoke a lot, but there is a point in time where, well, before I've obtained more, I didn't really smoke for a little bit. I took a little break from smoking because I was smoking too much. You know what I mean?
Can't smoke too much and try to find
And no, I don't mean it in a bad way, but the thing is I don't always want to be high. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's probably how I'm gonna be.
Like, I smoke, like, to have a good time, like, or whatever.
It's like drinking. It's like drinking. You just do it to have a good time. That's all it is.
Yeah. Once you do something in excess, it just becomes boring. Really.
Yeah.
That's why I don't drink often. That's why I don't smoke.
I don't smoke at all. I mean, I don't drink at all, really. Like, I drink, but I don't drink. You know what I mean? Like, if we're about to drink, if you say we about to drink, boy, I'll be like, sure. But if I'm like, if it's been like a week and then you're like, yo, let's hit the bar, I'm not gonna hit the bar. I'll be like, we went to the bar 3 days ago, I'm not hitting the bar again.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't really like getting drunk. Like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't mind getting drunk. I just don't like what I do when I get drunk, so that's why I don't drink.
No, I just don't like drink. I like, sometimes there's drinks I want to try, like Coke and rum, for instance. I want to try that out.
Yeah, you were.
I just want to try it.
You were like, yo, I never tried liquor before. Let's try liquor. And you're like,
I had liquor before. What are you talking about? I had it before.
You were. Dude. Do you know what I drink on New Year's Eve? I down like 7 shots of whiskey, and I'm straight for a little bit. And then when it hits, it hits. And that's the problem with me. That's what happens to me. I'll be taking shots, and then I'll be drinking a mixed drink, and then we end up playing beer pong or whatever, and I have to drink the beer, and I already have a mixed drink.
You're like, oh, fuck.
You know what I mean? It's the never-ending thing.
Yeah.
Dude.
So by the time
I had absinthe. Fucking absinthe.
Oh, my 21st birthday, I'm dead going to a bar, and I'm about to like get a drink and then leave. Oh, I just want to experience a bar.
Dude,
I'm about to be like, I'm gonna go to like, dude, I'm really gonna go to like, I'm not gonna go to like a fucking pub. I'm probably gonna go to like a fucking, Buffalo Wild Wings, and be like, yo, can I get some like really hot wings, and then like a beer, and then it'd be like, yes, and I'll be like, hell yeah.
I went to Buffalo Wild Wings not too long ago. That was alright.
Damn, y'all tweaking on y'all's 21st. Fuck me. I went bar hopping all over the place in fucking New Orleans. Shit, we hit the fucking.
Yeah, but you're in a good. You live somewhere good. I live at a shitty place. Our bars are literally a bunch of old people.
Oh no, I wanna. No, like bars here are actually good. I just didn't go because I don't have a job. I'm making money, which I will be making money pretty soon now. But
you're like, I'm happy. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. Come on, talk about it, God. Talk about it.
Oh.
Tell what's going on, bro.
You've just acquired a job.
Hired. Yeah, got hired.
Yes.
Got hired like what was it like? Thursday or Friday? I don't remember.
I think you said Friday, if I remember correctly.
I think it was Friday. Yeah.
You said.
Yesterday, I think I chilled.
He got the orientation, and then he starts his job.
This job that might take up a lot of his lifetime, but you know what? It's all.
It's just a part time until I get used to actually doing jobs and stuff.
Well, they want you to find out what you have in place of integrity.
Exactly.
Integrity cocaine.
Integrity cocaine.
Integrity snow. Legal cocaine.
Dude, and then Santa Claus is like, "That's a pure shit," and then Jesus comes out, "Man, see, it is pure."
Yeah, it's clean.
It's
clean. Clean.
Then everybody's like, "Okay, let's go driving."
Yeah, let's go driving.
Isn't that your mom driving down the street topless?
Oh yeah. Yo, South Park has been killing it, dude. I love it.
They've been killing it this season, bro. I'm so happy right now.
I love it, man. Like, ever since the fucking China shit, dude, they've been, like, fucking killing it, dude. Oh, my God.
They were like, yo, we're gonna hit you with the uppercut of humor with actual shit that goes on in the world. That's how they've always been, though.
Yeah, and people just still flipping out over that shit. Calm the fuck down, man.
The thing is
a lot of it's jokes.
It's just them parodying what happens in real life in a cartoonish form that is with adult humor. You know what I mean? It's for adults.
Actually,
it's actually for like teenagers and shit. Actually,
South Park is not really about a parody. It's more of a satire.
A parody is like a satire as well. They're just joking about shit that goes on.
Alright.
And it like socially connects and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's funny, bro. I like it.
It's funny, but I mean, parodies and like. Okay, here's the thing. It's sarcastically funny satire. Parody is more just like witty, just like a shoot off of it. That's the thing. It's mocking. South Park's more mocking, and as for Family Guy, that's not even really mocking. That's just like appreciating it. So,
Family Guy is kind of ass now, honestly.
Yeah.
Family Guy got signed by Fox when they were on Adult Swim. Fire.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I was gonna say is, well, yeah, it's weird because they lean left now, even though they're on Fox. I found that shit weird because Fox is all right wing shit, you know.
Right.
It's like what? Like, how does that happen, dude?
Because it's supposed to be a parody. It's more parodical because
I mean, no, like they make fun of like Donald Trump and shit like that. I was just surprised, like.
I mean, South Park makes fun of Donald Trump. Mr. Garrison's Donald Trump.
Yeah, Mr. Garrison's fucking them all to death. Remember?
Hold up.
But nothing can top The Simpsons predicting this, like back in like 2000, whatever.
Oh yeah, no shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I feel like another game that could have fucking it was memey about it was Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. It's like Senator Armstrong was just basically a fucking build-up point for Donald Trump to be elected. And none of y'all don't know about that game yet, but y'all look it up. Senator Armstrong meme. You know, let's see why.
Oh yeah, you know, fucking Cyberpunk. This is weird too. Is that like games just like that? Dude, it's so weird, bro. because like Cyberpunk 2020, right? The old
Old version.
board game,
Yeah.
old board game, dude. It wasn't even like a video game; it was a board game.
Right.
And like, dude, it predicted the fucking future, dude. Like, I was like, what? Like, how would y'all do this shit? Like, it's like all like the reason why I say this is because like apparently like it was talking about how the future is like super techy and like super people not having like short like um attention spans and shit like that, and people also being sensitive and shit. It's like whoa.
Well, that's because at that time of when Cyber 2020 came out, we had people with sensitive ideals. We actually have people that are still doing that now. And
it's just
more
crazy to think about, though.
And it's just more apparent today as it is then.
Yeah, it's just
it's
in your
more
face.
apparent today.
Yeah, it's in your
literally,
face.
yeah,
Makes
literally there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like shit, like people that predict shit like that are just, I just find shit interesting. You know what I mean?
Oh, don't get me wrong. It's still intriguing. It's just like, well, what the fuck did you predict this for? We could have used your help in trying to fix this.
Yeah. I let people listen out about shit. He says is very fucking true, and like it comes out to be true.
I mean, I guess they're also gonna. What's next? They're gonna make a parody on a fucking conspiracy theorist. I mean,
They already did.
Oh,
they parodied Jesse Ventura so many times.
Well, there's still enough content to parody more conspiracy theorists. Trust me on them. When there's enough room.
Alex Jones gets memed every fucking week.
Yeah.
Almost every other. Probably less than other ones I've seen.
I see a bunch of Alex Jones memes every fucking day.
Yeah, it's like fucking Epstein shit, bro. Is like, I thought that shit was crazy. They came out with that. I still astounded by that, dude.
How astounded and how pinpoint accurate he was with the fucking accusation of what was. I couldn't even believe it at first.
He has good sources, man. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. He has really good fucking sources. Like,
it's like,
if you go on Joe Rogan Experience 9/11, that's the literally one that's on there, and it's like a few years before. I'm sure he said it before, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to find that part of what he said on a actual show.
You know what's kind of scary though, that he and Elon Musk are just like having the same fucking conversations with Joe Rogan
about space and shit like that, and how like, oh no, it was about AI, right?
AI.
Yeah, dude, I've seen that shit. I saw a compilation of that shit. I was like, what? You just said the same shit.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Fucking Elon Musk is just more composed and less sporadic. You see that, and it's just like, well, fuck, you're saying the same thing, but one of them's more composed than the other, and it's just like, well, shit, the guy who was less composed was worried and who was more concerned. You know, it was just like in this defeatist attitude, and not realizing what he was used for, like a puppet.
Yeah. That's kind of what thing is, bro. He goes to those billionaire shit, you know what I mean? He goes to those meetings just like that. He knows what's going on.
He goes to those meetings.
He thinks he's right in his head, but the thing is, it's not. Like a lot of things that people do, like, don't know what the hell they're doing.
Well, he thinks that what he's done is right, but then he realized. But I think he's morally challenged right now. You think
I mean, really, it's like what? I don't remember his fucking. I forgot who it is. It's a fucking. It's like a. It's a techie guy. I forgot his name though. Anyways, this dude basically like he did like like a weather manipulation, like, and people are like, no, that's not true, whatever, and there's like actual patents talking about it and shit like
patents about trying to manipulate the weather. But,
yeah, and like it basically like putting like isotopes, certain types of isotopes in the air, all this other shit. It's like, damn, bro. Like,
it was a whole entire project.
And I don't remember who. It's my bad because I just don't remember all this shit. I can't remember all. But basically, this dude from on the CFR basically come out. And it's like the top CIA guy come out and talked about on the CFR. Like, yes, we use these for, you know, manipulating the air and shit like that. And like they actually came out and talked about it. I was like, okay, you know, it's crazy. Anyways,
it's like it was a. I think the reasoning why about this shit is because it was a tried effort, but it didn't really work. So
no, it worked. It works. Trust me. Like honestly, like there's different trails. Like there's condensation trails and there's something like chemtrails. There's two different ones.
So why is our state hated though? Why is our state got the most ass backwards scenario for the shit then? We could probably use a little bit of that. The fuck?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. The thing is, what they do is like one way to manipulate the weather is by they'll take cold air, right, and then put it into like a hurricane or something like that. Just steer the like them you know, diffuse the hurricane. They'll do shit like that.
And do you really see it happen that often?
No, not really.
Exactly. They have the technology to do it, and they could probably readily test it on a hurricane, but do they? Not often.
No. They don't. They use it for their own gain, really. If you think about it, they use it for like, basically, as crazy as do. Like we have all this technology, bro, for like certain countries and shit like they're just figuring shit out. Like,
I can't remember the last time something that was hopeful for human society would be gained. For like everybody else, but now it's all self-preserving.
Honestly, bro, if they had honestly, bro, they had subs in like the 60s and all this other shit dude has happened, bro. They literally like they had all this shit, bro. And like I bet you they had cures for fucking cancer and all this other shit, man. I bet they have it. They're just not releasing it.
Oh god, now I just realized why my lead vocalist decided to say something about why my one of the vocalists in the fucking band I'm with wrote a song about that. It was based off of the guy who got that shit penned.
I bet they do. I fucking bet they do. They just don't want to release it. Honestly.
Oh my god, bro. Dude. Now I realize why. He was watching those 60-minute things. Holy shit.
I bet you, bro, like that. I bet you that they have all kinds of shit like that, man. Honestly, they're just not releasing it.
Oh, they have all kinds of shit like that, but it's damn, bro. We really dragged these topics to the ground. Holy fuck.
After when you guys started talking about Joe Rogan and stuff, I know about the Elon Musk thing, but after that, I was just like.
Oh yeah,
I just drew a fat blank.
Well, I feel like there's it's a podcast where we talk about shit.
We talk about shit that just comes off them sometimes.
On top of our head, bro.
Yeah,
honestly,
I know.
Our shit, or like our basic topics.
You're telling me things that I already know.
Well, it's not like we're sitting here like we're not telling lies. Like honestly,
yeah, I know you're not.
They can. I mean, people can go actually. It's not even politics, bro. This is just like legit true.
It ain't just politics we're talking about. We're talking about actual fucking projects that happen. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. It's, you know, I mean, it sounds conspiracy, like conspiracy shit, but it's really not. It's actually true.
Yeah. Just to be a meme fuck, I'm just gonna say you're conspiracy.
Look here, listen.
Listen here. Oh, Jesus.
Wings of redemption, bro.
Every fucking time. Every time.
Look here, listen here.
Look here, listen, you fool. You brought us upon yourself.
Yeah. No, I love fucking. I love all that shit, man. I like conspiracy theories and shit like that. A lot of shit comes out to be true. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care about like. I'm not saying it's bad for people to have different opinions on stuff, different ways of thinking or whatever it is. I don't say it's a bad thing or whatever. Like, but I don't even get mad when people say like fucking, the fucking Earth's flat or some shit like that. I don't get mad about that shit, bro.
My brother thinks the Earth is flat.
Like, I'll say, okay, I don't think so,
Dude, me and him went on like a 3-hour debate, and he ended up sending me a NASA file that basically said that they were lying and shit like that. And I was like, do you know how easy it is for this to have been made?
Fabricated. probably using fabrication.
By a hacker and uploaded that so somebody randomly that doesn't know anything about it just gets cucked.
Yeah. I don't, like I said, bro, I don't, like, maybe we may have a debate about something like that, you know, but, like, I may not agree with you, but, I mean, at least you can have your opinion, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't want YouTube to do, man. Like, honestly, people have certain criticisms about certain other people and stuff. I don't hand over some fucking shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's
Yeah.
another famous point I'm going to refer back to Joe Rogan. If you just censor yourself just one smidgen, they got you.
Exactly. It's just, you gotta actually, you know, sit there and protect our freedom of speech, you know what I'm saying? Of stuff like this. It's just, you know.
Do not be a puppet.
You just gotta make sure you gotta value it, you know what I mean? And respect for what it is.
Problem is, people are so much simple to be puppets, it's not even funny.
Yeah, people are sheep, bro. People are legit sheep, things like that.
That simple piece of paper can just fucking shape them.
Yeah.
I'm deep into that fucking discussion right now because of the fact that it's just a recurring theme.
Well, it is. Well, the thing is this shit's happening right now, bro. Like, there's people right now discussing what we're gonna be doing in the future, bro. People, there's legit elites out there sitting there actually having these discussions, like, oh, where's the humanity gonna go?
And nobody bothers to pay attention because they think it's bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I like talking about shit like this. It's fun to think about. Also, it's like it gives you something to kind of really kind of like think about. I guess I don't know. So it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool to talk about, but I mean, at the same time, it would be like, okay, it's kind of pointless now because we really can't do anything about that.
Yeah, well, we
can, but only to a degree.
We have to make it known. That's the thing. That's why there's like people like Alex Jones and Joe Rogan. You know,
there's like this.
People like that.
You're talking about like how people are like determinalizing people's futures, and you're talking about like social societies and shit like that. A lot of people are like talking about how Juice WRLD died and how like Lil Uzi won't release music because they were a part of an underground rap like society, like the Illuminati or something like that, and that's why a lot of these people are dying.
I don't know. That's
Juice WRLD died of a drug overdose because he popped all of his pills because he was about to get on a plane and he had something on him. That's why I think what happened.
Maybe they are, bro. I don't know.
Maybe they are.
And that's why Lil Uzi won't drop his album because he doesn't want to die. That's why a lot of people are insinuating, and that we're insinuating around the time Juice WRLD's death. Like a lot of people were going crazy.
And if you don't believe, okay, let's say if people don't believe in this type of shit, look at Operation Milkwood. Look that shit up, bro. Like the government wanted to actually bomb. I forgot what country it was. It was Cuba, I believe.
It was Cuba.
And it started a war with Cubans and shit like that I actually don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm not really political thinking right now. But anyways, basically they want to start a war with Cuba for no reason. And if you watch the farewell speech from I think it's Eisenhower or some shit like that. I can't think of the name right now. But anyways, yeah, one of our old presidents before JFK, he's talking about the military industrial complex. And that speech, he was talking about how there's going to be certain things, there's like secret societies, right?
Right.
And JFK actually came out right after him and got, he actually got out of the establishment that he was already in. Because he was part of like a mafia and shit. And the mafia's helped them out, win states and shit like that. So, certain states. So. Anyways, I don't know. That's all I have to say.
That's about it, bro.
It's funny how we always get to this point.
That's
at the
good,
end of the pod. I have a lot of shit I want to say, bro. I just have a lot of shit I want to say on my end, but it's like Sam's like, I don't know, bro. We gotta be careful what we say on our podcast. I'm just like, fuck you two, bro.
Basically,
they're gonna ban us. They're gonna ban us all, anyways, bro. Fuck them.
See, Sam is basically mama hen right now. This entire podcast, legit.
I'm the one that sparked the political conversation. What do you mean?
That's true. That's true.
Well,
I'm just I'm saying, I'm just saying,
I'm just
bro.
not all into that shit all like that because we talked about it earlier.
I know. Well, what I'm trying to say is like, you know, Sam doesn't like talking about politics on the podcast, but I don't really care either. So, all right, you want to close this out, or want me to close it out?
Alright, this is your boy Sam DeathWalk here, signing y'all out of this podcast. Don't forget, guys, don't call out the boy to 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 the boy.